Yeah, but
episode.
yes, I want to ask you. What was your favorite episode?
My favorite episode.
Since we've reached a milestone of 50.
I can't actually recall now. There's been so many.
No, but the one that was more exciting we did, and then I think we laughed, and then it got a lot of...
I like the HR manager one.
I can't actually remember. Now you ask me this question.
Yeah, because we got every now and then we have to reminisce where we're coming from, you know.
It's a journey. There's been so many good ones.
Yeah, it's a milestone.
I loved the one I can't mention names now. The illegal strikes we had at one of the construction business.
Yes.
Okay, I like that one. Ja, ek kan nie onthou wat sy nou vir my die mooiste was nie.
Okay, so but we are on 50 now.
We're on 50 now. You see, every single one of them, Paul, there's just so much passion going into it. I can't sit here and say, it was that one, because it's actually all of them.
That's
everyone is so. You see, the thing with Chaile time, it's live. It is what we experience in that week.
Yes.
So it is not a story you're trying to make up. Everything is real. It is what we experience. It is not just a theory that we read somewhere in a book.
And sometimes it's repetitive. Sometimes you find the same experience, same scenario in different places, and then you get two different results. That's what now it's fascinating me with the whole labor law thing. You know, you'll go to Mpumalanga, you will find a certain commissioner, you'll deal with a certain case. The same way you had a case 3 months back, but it will turn out to be a complete different result.
It's completely different. Every case it's different, you know, even though the topics may sometimes be similar. But it's real things, and sometimes you even struggle in yourself, what's happening here now. Yeah. Now, we can maybe make a Chaile time of this one too, but I'm not going to make a Chaile time of this, and I don't think so. But something happened with me now last week, man, and you always stress, are you now ethical or not ethical? Where is that boundary? Because now, over the weekend, I did 2 pre-ops, over the weekend. Okay, but now after we did the first pre-op, we almost settled also. I was representing an employee on the one case. We did the pre-op minutes and everything, all by email. Pre-ops you somewhat do in person or over Zoom these days. All parties also email each other. No? So we did the pre-op on the one, and thereafter then I spoke to the employer's lawyer and said, listen, can't we settle? And we ended up settling for 250,000 Rand for the employee. But simultaneously, and this is now, I'm like, what the hell happened now? Because now I'm also doing a pre-op where I'm representing an employer against an employee. Now this second one is now in PE. This happened in PE. Yeah. But anyway, the pre-op is now over email. But now this lawyer, because there's a ruling where the CCMA commissioner accepted legal representation and that we must do a pre-op. And so, sure, the lawyer then forwarded me the pre-op minutes. But it's not a formal document that, that we are all accustomed to, a very professional document. It's like 10 to 15 pages. This thing is literally a Word type document. It's 2 pages, and it says our pre-op minutes. And it does have all the issues in it, must be in there, but it's a sort of type like that. And I did find it strange, but okay, I just went with the flow. This is now my second one for the weekend. And so this guy, the lawyer, now the employee was dismissed on 6 charges relating to gross dishonesty and gross negligence. And we have like 5 witnesses and they've got nothing. So he typed his thing and he said, he's fine with the procedure. He's not disputing the procedure. But on substance, he's admitting to some of the charges that it's fine and others not. And then he's also complaining about the fairness of the dismissal. So, okay, I left basically. Now, how it works on email is their lawyers will put things in, you will make changes and put your version in, and then, the other party will read and make more changes, or they will sign off if they agree, whatever the case may be. So, 90% of the document stays as is, except I've put in my witnesses because we got at 5. And then I actually said, but hold on, he is actually, based on the evidence, guilty on all charges, and we all agree, and his client agree that the employee is guilty on all the charges. And the only matter in dispute is the reasonableness of dismissal as a sanction. I thought he's gonna say no or question it, but that's the nature of email pre-ops. He put his version, you put your version,
And
the
then
guy
he's-
signed it off. So I'm like,
So is he not gonna tell now?
and he emailed it to the CCMA and to us, and I'm like, wow, we're not supposed to disagree. But now I'm like, maybe the guy agrees with me now, because the fact of the matter is he doesn't have any witnesses. We've got 5 witnesses, and we've got audited documents that show. So I'm like, I was just a bit taken aback that a lawyer will so easily just accept our version.
Let's see the day of arbitration. What's gonna happen?
The problem is that's a bloody legal document.
Yeah, but let's wait and see what's
So
gonna happen.
technically, he agreed to sign the entire case away.
You remember what happened to me the other day?
Huh?
Where the commissioner said I deceived her. I said something, but
Same thing.
I ended up leading evidence on something different. And then that is why she couldn't give us a ruling. That's why she had to call again for arbitration. And I was like, I didn't even get a sit down notice. I was shocked. I don't know what happened. The guy's like, the employee was like, everything that the gentleman said, I did it. Let's get over and done with this case. I'm tired. I've been coming here for...
So you didn't deceive anybody. But anyway, Chaile, listen, we need to start Chaile time for the week.
You're doing the welcoming.
Yeah, I must do the welcome.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So anyway, let's go through our ritual now motion. Good morning and welcome to this week's edition of It Is Chaile Time. Chaile, morning.
Good morning, Toby. How are you?
I'm very well. What you up to?
I'm good, thanks. Hey, I went to Mpumalanga. It was a rough one for me there.
Yeah?
Employers.
What's wrong with the employee?
No, I'm not happy.
Why? But didn't you guys settle that dispute for
No.
like peanuts?
No, we didn't settle. That's the one I walked out of this.
Oh, Mpumalanga. I'm thinking of Limpopo.
No. Limpopo was.
Yeah, I'm thinking of Limpopo.
Limpopo was a
sorry.
walk in the park. Limpopo
Yeah, I'm
was a
thinking of
walk in the
Limpopo.
park.
Oh, Mpumalanga.
Limpopo, I walked in there.
That was a
The
graveyard.
commissioner was busy. I spoke to the guy outside. I showed him that the sky is blue. The moon, 28 days, it goes around. Sometimes it's half moon, full moon, apple size. Sometimes it's banana shape, you see. And then he said, Capiche? I said, let's sign. I'm giving you.
Oh, this is not a Limpopo
This is a
one.
Limpopo one. Very clean. The problem is that that place, it's kind of like far because the stop road work, so it was tiring. The driving only was tiring. Then Mpumalanga.
Yeah, that was a rough one, sure.
I had a rough one there. I think we need a Chaile time for that one.
Yeah, no, we'll do a
we
Chaile.
need a
We need
Chaile
to do a
time
Chaile
for
time
that
for that. That's our whole experience.
That's the whole experience.
We'll do a Chaile time. It is
We're gonna
just,
do a Chaile
you must
time
start
on
now.
that one. Yeah, because
It's going to take everything over.
I need to do everything and unpack everything as it was. That one we need a Chaile time for that.
Don't you also, man? What does that mean now?
No, but you know, I'm too excited about this episode because it's our 50th. So sometimes I get overexcited. How are you?
I'm very well. And what have I been up to?
No, I'm gonna go there. You must say yes. I'm fine. And I'm like,
Yes, I'm fine.
What are you? What have you been up to?
Extremely busy, but good. Over the weekend, it's actually a very big case I'm busy with. It's actually been coming probably since December last year, but we haven't even started with arbitration yet. So we were supposed to start with arbitration on Tuesday, 2 days ago. And so over the weekend we did pre-op minutes. I was representing the employee. Did pre-op minutes with the other party, and thereafter, what's the possibility of settling? You know, we WhatsApp each other the whole bloody weekend. Eventually we settled on 250,000. So the whole case is gone, you know. But yeah.
When you're good, ne?
You know, somebody said a good settlement is when both parties feel that pain. They feel at loss. So the employee didn't entirely get the millions she was hoping for, but the employer didn't pay nothing like they were hoping for.
Talking about that, before we get to what we're talking about today, I saw a set-down notice coming in because I played a trick last week. So I went to the CCMA. The guy went there for unfair dismissal. And then when the guy got there, I managed to convince him to settle the matter at 3,000 rand, whereby the company was owing him 2,700 rand. So I just like 300 rand on top, 3,000. He went on to open, money is owed too. But remember, I settled with this money that is being owed now.
No, that's what you think. That's actually not what's happening there.
What is happening?
It's actually not what's happening there. Because I went a bit more deeper with a client into this 2 days ago.
Yes.
So yes, you guys did settle on monies you owed.
Yes.
Looks cool. You playing devious bugger.
No, I'm not devious. It's the name of the game.
Hey, people do that often. Your employees must wake up. Your employers settle with you on outstanding leave. Money they owe you anyway. But we got a bit of heart attack here. We're giving some tips to employees. Ooh, it's a very good idea. So if your employer settles on money they owe you anyway, just keep quiet. Take the money. Then go open a Section 73A dispute for the money they actually owe you. That's not if you earn below the threshold. But anyway, what happened here is now this company works with third-party companies, like cell phone companies and and these people are sales agents. So the third-party company will give them the employees rebates on the volumes they sell. But it's not a company thing. The money doesn't go into the company's account. And it's not a benefit that the company gives to the employee. It is something directly between the employee and that third party. So he believes that some cell phone company owes him money. But now he's opening a dispute against our client. So actually, I don't think that case is going to go anywhere.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, what are we talking about today?
Today we're talking about, are employers allowed to terminate the contract of employment when someone goes for maternity leave? Is it legal?
Of course, yes. If that person steals, then must you forgive him?
No. I'm pregnant. My 9 months is due. I'm going to give birth.
So you're saying dismissing because you're pregnant?
Yes.
No, that you can't. Well, let me put the question to you. Can you drive 160 on the N1?
No.
Of course you can. If your car can do it, then
you can, but
whether
you are not allowed to.
Is something else.
Yeah, no, you are not allowed.
We need to differentiate. A lot of employers, they do things because they feel they can do it. I can chase anybody away. Am I legally allowed to do it? Am I morally allowed to do it? Is it wise to do it? Well, those are different questions.
It is. So that's
why are you asking?
No, I came across an experience about two weeks ago where I got a call and the person was asking me, there's a lady who went on maternity leave. Now I've been instructed to terminate her employment and pay her whatever notice period or leave days that she paid off. I'm like, what are you saying? Whoa, because I was driving. I'm like, whoa, let me get home and park my car and then have this conversation proper because you are disturbing me now. I can't concentrate. I'm like, okay, please start again. And then she's like, no, I've been instructed because the lady went on maternity leave and actually we have already replaced her. I'm like, yes, the replacement was supposed to be dear new employee, you're going to be here from this day until this day because you are replacing someone who's on maternity leave. As soon as they come back, then the contract is... It's like, no, we've replaced her permanently.
Was there like a performance issue with it?
Nothing. Pregnant, termination, replacement. No, not termination. Termination of employment.
Yeah, termination. It's whether it is forced or by resignation, that doesn't matter. It's a termination. So the person, she was practically dismissed.
She was practically dismissed. No, but the person who called me did not go via the company. Now I had to explain to her that you can do that.
You?
You can do that.
Can't.
No, you can.
You can.
You can do that, but just be prepared to pay 24 months.
Yeah, because it may be, well, it is an automatic unfair dismissal.
You understand? So just put it there on your email that, no, it's fine, I can do that, but just tell the company that if they are prepared to pay 24 months of someone sitting at home, raising their child, nicely so getting free money, then you can do that. So it was quite disturbing. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, you see the thing then, I always tell companies, I'm not advocating breaking laws, but you know how we human species are, we love breaking laws. And I suppose most companies bend laws here and there a bit. Okay, so in labor law now, if you do decide to break the law, there are areas of low risk, and this is practically now, and there are areas of high risk. So if you let somebody work 1 hour overtime and there's no agreement to work overtime, it's low risk, as long as you pay the guy. Don't pay people, high risk. So if you go in here a bit, there a bit with small stuff, low risk, let me explain low risk also. Some employers, they will let people, when they resign or dismiss, they won't pay them their leave. They should. But you know what the employers then do? In a way, this is also low risk because many employees will not challenge the employers. So they get away with it 90% of the time. And then that one employee in a blue moon that goes to the CCMA, just pay him.
Yeah.
And the case is gone. And then you still continue not paying the people. So you get labor, you get the laws, and then you get, the process of conciliation where we can talk, you see, Ubuntu.
But now you know what happened the other day.
If I may, it's election time, if I may. Our former president, Mr. Zuma, he wants to change the constitution because this Dutch Roman law thing about being guilty in a court and going to jail, what nonsense is that? We must talk our issues. And that's the CCMA system. Don't pay your staff, man. You can go talk there. And you'll see you have 100 staff. Over lifetime, only one sues you. Then you pay. No?
Yeah, but it's bad for people like us, you see, because once a month, I'm at the CCMA with the same company, not paying people what they owe them. And then the commissioner, actually 3 weeks back, the commissioner looked at me and said, "Is it you again? What is wrong with your company not paying people? And you are so good when it comes to settling. You're quick to say, yeah, no, we're going to pay you on this day. But why are you not paying?" I'm like, "Commissioner, but I'm signing here on the dotted line." So,
the end of the day, it's not my money. Employer decides to take the risk. But anyway, to come back to maternity leave, no?
yes.
High risk. Employers must not venture there. In terms of Section 187 of the LRA, this is an automatic unfair dismissal now. Maximum compensation, 24 months. In addition, they can also open an unfair discrimination dispute in terms of the Employment Equity Act. There's no limitation to compensation. This is one of those risk areas. Don't go there, employer. And that's just from a legal perspective. Let's just talk from a moral perspective. It's not right, man.
It's not.
That moment when a child needs the biggest support ever, cutting that woman's legs off from underneath. That's not right. And the people making these decisions, if it wasn't for a pregnant woman, they wouldn't even have existed.
See, that's the sensitivity of it. Now it's getting sensitive.
Hey, how do you do that? Come on. How does even if that person stole from you, then yes, dismiss for theft. But I'm just saying from principle perspective. I'm talking about the baby now.
Yeah, no,
How do you? And that woman, she really needs to feed the child, and now you cut the legs off. Morally, it is just wrong on every
aspect
level. It is just not right. So, you can't do that, man. Hey.
Let me just read on something.
And before you read, similarly, how often? Yes, this is like a disease. And you know what? Look, I understand employers. I understand it's tough. Okay, I get it. I really do. And we don't live in a perfect world. And for often the conditions that prevail in a company and the economy, employers don't ask for that either. So I really do sympathize. But now, how often there's a vacancy, they advertise, a pregnant woman will advertise. She will have a confidence and say, "I'm pregnant," but she won't get the job. And I'm currently with a case like this. I'm currently with a case where the person said to me, "Yes, I've got this wonderful woman applying for a vacancy, but she's pregnant." You know what I asked him? What is the difference if she was working for you for 5 years and then fell pregnant, and then you won't have a problem sending her maternity leave and finding a temporary replacement? And now, why don't you just employ her and find a replacement in a month's time?
You know
what's the difference? This is a timing issue.
You know what?
So for me, it's really a mindset thing.
You know what?
Employer.
I always say employers only think about their zeros. They don't
No,
think
but sometimes I don't actually think, because if I put it that way, I'm saying, what's the difference really? Employer, a month later, find a temporary replacement, like you would have done 5 years from now. It's the same thing.
They want to go from here to there. They don't want to they're gonna tell, now I have to find another person again after I just look for this one.
So you're gonna send another WhatsApp, another email, read another CV. So
that's what.
and it's not even gonna be you. It's gonna be your staff doing it.
That's what is
or your
going to be the
recruiter
answer.
or whatever.
That's what is going to be the answer. Now you want me to look for a person again?
Yeah, but this one thing is very, for some, you know, I think it's a passion of mine, this topic, because, you know, I've networked with so many people, and a lot of them are women, are quite strong, they're thought leaders, and it's for me amazing how you will sit around a cup of coffee or a cappuccino with a woman who's strong, she's very senior, thought leader, and then she will say, you know what, how often they face discrimination in the workplace. You know, you'll sit in a board, they'll be part of the EXCO board, and they will sit and make decisions, and when she will make give strategic input in terms of a certain issue in discussion or whatever, then people will just look at her. But if a man gives the same advice, well done, John, great idea, we're going to run with it. But if it came from a woman, everybody just look at you.
This is a man's world.
And woman discrimination is prevalent.
Another important fact. So I chaired a hearing at the same company. So, you know, when you do mitigation, how long you've been with the company, when you guide someone through the mitigation factors, how long you've been with the company, the person actually said to me, I don't know. Because when I was pregnant, my contract was terminated, and I'm like,
any other factors in mitigation, perhaps? How should this be record?
So now, after getting that call, and then after that hearing, and then I added 1+1, I'm like, is that what is really happening there? It's shocking. It's really shocking. Anyway, let me read, and then so that we... It's very shocking. It's disturbing, I don't want to lie. My phone doesn't want to work. It's winter now. Okay. Dismissal due to pregnancy. The Labour Court decision in a Memela and another versus Ekurhuleni Springs, or Ekam, I can't read Zulu now, Ekamzini Springs Proprietary Limited, provides a good illustration of principle of protection of pregnant employees against dismissal. Ms. Memela and colleagues worked for the employer at its spring water bottling business, which is located on the premises of a mission station. They breached the mission's code of conduct by falling pregnant outside of the wedlock and were subsequently denied entry to the premises by mission security. As a result, they were unable to reach their workplace. They tried to get the plant manager to intervene, but he refused. The court found that preventing them from working not only amounted to a dismissal, but an automatically unfair one, entitling them to either reinstatement with back pay or compensation equal to 24 months remuneration. The court further noted that an employer may not abdicate its responsibility of protecting the jobs of its single women employees when they fall pregnant and hide behind the code of conduct of the mission. It had an obligation to protect them irrespective of their marital status and had to make the necessary arrangement with its landlord. 24 months, back pay, reinstatement.
Yeah, but they mustn't forget about it. It doesn't say so there. But they can open an unfair discrimination case too. This thing can be costly. Firing a woman because she's pregnant, yes, don't do it.
Please, employers, this is now.
Man, I'm talking for you now, employer. I'm protecting you.
Yes.
You know, sure, don't pay a person's leave. You can later settle the 5,000 rand, not a problem. But this one thing,
Yeah, this one is very hectic.
Don't go there.
It's very hectic. Thank you very much, Toby, for fruitful information. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's keep going. We're gonna reach another 50 soon. Keep supporting us. Keep interacting with us. We promise that every week, because in our life, every week is drama.
I'm telling you.
I promise I'm going to tell the full story about my Mpumalanga experience. I just need...
We can do that next week.
Yeah, we can do that next week. Thanks for watching. Bye.